Hey, what's up, y'all? Silent Alonzo here. I've got a few minutes before I go into work, but I wanted to talk about Rosecoin, the Oasis protocol. And it is moving up in the charts. Even yesterday, during the crypto crash, it was still moving upwards, and today it's getting even more price action. So I figured I'd take the time to discuss this now. But first, let me tell you a story about it. Well, the way that we got our hands on some rose was basically this. I wanted to introduce my daughter to crypto. So at that time, I had purchased some Elon, right? And this was months before I got on the Elon train, right? And the Elon had doubled for me, and I traded it, and I sent her half, right? And then it doubled again for her, and she sold half, right? Well, with her half that she had swinging, she decided to buy Rose. And I was like, okay, why did you choose that one? She goes, oh, I just like the name. And I said, all right, well, let me also buy some Rose, because it'll make it easier and more interesting for me to be able to track her investment and give her some advice if I'm actually in it and I get to see it. And we also get to discuss some of the ups and downs, right? Well, I held that investment, and it actually doubled for me. And I sold half, and now I am currently invested with what I like to call the house's money. And I asked her, I suggested it to her. I said, why don't you do the same? And she said, no, I'm just going to hold. She ended up being a hodler naturally. So that's how we got into Rose. And I figured it'd be interesting. So me covering Rose right now is more of a tribute to my daughter. I have fond memories of it, and now that it's pumping, I might as well discuss it. So basically, it's the Oasis protocol. The ticker symbol is Rose, and it does have like a 1.3 billion market cap, and it also has 3.49 billion coins in circulation. All right, it's ranked number 80. So basically, what is it? What is it? So it is a privacy focused layer one. Uh, the Oasis protocol is a privacy enabled blockchain platform for open finance and responsible data economy. All right, so it does have parallel smart contract layers. It has a consensus layer and a paratime layer. It's the first network to support confidential smart contracts. Um, I listen to George from time to time from Cryptos R Us. He doesn't like any other Oracle other than Chainlink. So when he hears Rose, he kind of brushes it off. It can't compete with Chainlink, is what he says. Well, I think that, excuse me, I think that it can. I believe that it can compete, and even if even if it can't take number one, it will at least take number two. So I'm cool with that, and you know, it's a pretty interesting project, and the more I look into it, the more I like it. Keep in mind, my daughter just got into it because she liked the name, and it ended up being profitable for us immediately, and it's continuing to be profitable. I actually sold it at the all-time high, and kept half. I mean, that's just one of the strategies that I use. And so now the house's money is working for me. I don't even have to worry about it because that money is basically free. So here we are, and you can look at the charts, and you know, it's continuing to move up today. I mean, that may not be the case tomorrow, but today it is moving up. And they recently, let me see if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it recently got listed on crypto.com. That's actually why I started taking notes on this recently to make this video is because it was listed on crypto.com, and I told you on my Twitter at Silent Alonzo. I'm going to tell you a story about this. I'm happy that this got listed, so I'm happy and I'm excited for my daughter because we got it on KuCoin, and now it's also available on crypto.com. So you know, that's a good deal there. They're moving on up, right? And I will be DCAing into this throughout the year. I'm just gonna hodl it, just to stay in the game with my daughter. She also has some Elon. She won't sell it. She won't sell it for nothing. Nothing. I told her one time, I said, "Well, you gonna take profits?" Because the little bit that I gave her turned into a lot. And she's like, "No, I'm gonna just let it ride. I've got more patience than you do." So she absolutely has more patience than I have had in the past, and I think I took note from her, and it is working quite well. And so we'll be hodling and DCAing into both of these. And if you ain't got Oasis protocol, Rose coin, get you some.